NBC Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present the 48th Walker Cup with uninterrupted coverage presented by Rolex. And the United States, after seeing Great Britain and Ireland pull within a point to begin this final Sunday singles session of 10, now in complete command. Could be just a couple moments away from getting within 2 on this incredible Donald Ross layout, which has been as advertised. Playing the most difficult by far on this day, with breezes 15 to 20 miles an hour off the Atlantic Ocean. Greens have just turned fiery, and it's a who's who of golf here at Seminole. Jack Nicklaus, longtime Palm Beach County resident, having a chat there with Mike Davis of the USGA. All sorts of Walker Cup connections here with captains and players, and this final Sunday happening on Mother's Day. So hope you got all your ducks in a row and took care of Mom.
Strap on your helmet. This will be a rip. Overhooking, but left of the green as he looks at it, which is the better of the 2 angles relative to missing it right.
Sure is. That's a pretty simple bunker shot.
Presented by Rolex. Fitzpatrick on the way.
Very similar line, maybe a touch left of Cooties. Could find that same bunker. Depends on the first bounce.
Ooh. That is just bombs away. That went a mile.
He's got to play as if he has to make 3 here. Picked it off the turf, needs a big skip, and that's very average from that spot.
Cootie at 16.
Downhill lie, but lots of green. Just kind of chunks it out there to leave himself 30 feet back up the hill, and pretty effective considering that Fitzpatrick has all of 18 feet. Always lost it right in that left to right breeze.
Oh no!
And
I think it came out.
I don't know if it buried.
No,
or not,
I don't think. I think it got out of its pitch mark.
Thank goodness.
Still terrible though. On a down slope, no green to work with. Kick to the right if he can clear that bunker, but just don't miss it right. He'll probably win this match.
Oh, he's hitting a beautiful shot here, holding it up against the left-right wind. This is fantastic. Great execution.
Wow, this guy's clutch. Really an impressive player, Pearson Coody.
This is Joe Long at the 17th.
A long bunker shot, just going to have a hard time getting it to the hole, and just never got enough momentum behind that ball to get it onto the green.
He's playing the...
With things being so tight around here, it just takes a little bit of spin off of it. I think he's looking just right at the hole.
Pat just trying to carve it out of there. Look at that piece of artistry. How impressive was that?
There. He's got stance issues. He's got lie issues. This thing's going to want to pop up straight in the air, so he's got to get a lot of swing behind it to get it to land about 5 or 10 feet short of the hole and roll up.
Got to think he's got to get this up and down to have a chance, and is that going to stay?
Gonna run up there and mark it.
Just barely.
And he'll be at the mercy of the wind and the slope of the green.
What a 4 for Joe Long.
That's big time golf right there.
And now Pack has to have this putt to extend the match to 18. What a turnaround there for Joe Long, who gets it together. He won the amateur championship at Royal Birkdale to earn a spot in the 2021 Masters. Big time player. Again, this is the first session that he's... Shot. Pack is up to the challenge. What a 3.
Couple of gut checks answered by both players, and a nice nod. See some to the left in the sand too. Right is a better miss. Dead straight's not bad either.
He just hammered this one. This is a good tee shot.
He's one of the most, if not the most accurate player on the American side.
Under the circumstance, he'll take anything in the fairway.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. That is brutal over there.
Yeah, it is, and they've cleaned it out to be as nasty as it is. We never saw that ball bounce, and just a disaster for GB and I.
For him to get this on the green, he's going to have to challenge the left side. Otherwise, it will lose it right. He started at the middle of the green. Lynn's pushing it now well right.
This is just the worst case scenario for the GB and I.
And couldn't be placed any more perfectly in the center of this fairway. 152 left to the hole, right back up into the wind. So knowing where Long's ball at, look to see this just a little bit left to where the flag's cut.
Oh, Pack.
What in the world?
Goes way left.
See if he can clip it. Nope. Chunk. Wow.
I don't think there's any way he can stop this short of the hole. Not a great lie. A little bit of downhill in it.
Oh, what? You're right, Note. I better hold off on that.
Fifth shot.
And that's not a great effort from there.
So he's got that for double bogey. Stay tuned.
You could put it in the bunker if you flinched.
This thing just gathers and gathers and gathers.
Oh, beautiful speed. That's it.
And that is going to do it. That was a huge reversal for a full point for Great Britain and Ireland. John Pack was in position to get a half point. But Long in the end, the amateur champion, of the only match that he played in this 48th Walker Cup. Too sick, too weak to go in the first 3 sessions. Goes in the singles match and hangs on.
It's on a good line. Let's see if he got it right.
Oh, yes. That's a good shot. A hard putt, but a good shot.
Stay up there.
If it stops. You know, with the lack of leaderboards here.
Still moving.
That's not right.
Oh,
that's in the bunker.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
It's just.
Got to learn not to say anything too soon here.
You really do. Kind of a weird lie here. There's just kind of a stringy, tough-looking grass around it. Muscle it out of there really well. If it gets down, it might be too far.
That spin.
What a shot out of that lie.
It may come up. 16.
Thompson for the win.
We've got to be so careful down this hill.
He was.
Couldn't be aggressive enough.
Every putt is just on defense.
Back at 17. Thompson tied with Lamb. Doesn't like it.
No, this is not a good shot. Way out to the right. Down in that bunker, but not even close to the correct shot to hit. You've got to flight one down with a draw. Keep it down, keep some spin off of it, and keep it in the left center of this green, hopefully. Because at the left side of the green, the wind has it. This has good potential.
Oh, beautiful shot.
That's the best shot we've seen now. It's not the most clutch. We saw Pearson Coody hit the most clutch shot, but that's a beauty there.
It is college player, Georgia. Very well respected, and shot a 69 in the first round of the U.S. Open last fall at Winged Foot. Just kind of a glimmer of things to come. This for par. Yeah, wow, what a 2. How about that? So Lamb takes control. Lamb with a deuce at 17, 1 up.
Just cannot go left. That's the only place this is going to be good. It's high, it's drifting right with the wind, but it's going to land soft in the fairway.
That's a confident swing.
Yes, it is. And Matty Lamb doing what he has to do.
Wind hard in from the left. This is a tough tee shot. This is over the bunkers on the left. If it gets over them all, it's going to be ideal. In between.
Didn't
Did it get in that bunker?
It got in the last one, Kurt.
They'll hold at the last to grab a 1-up lead on Thompson.
That's from 166 front, 184 to the hole. He's looking left.
Oh,
Man, it got a break.
What a
Look
break.
at this. It's going to roll down
Are
a
you
little bit
kidding
further.
me?
Unbelievable.
It was so close to going into the sea grapes.
Well, GB and I's fortunes have really turned.
So it leaves him with the ball well above his feet, and it makes this shot that much more difficult. If you come up short, it comes 40 yards back down the hill. Left's no good, right, not really any good either.
Just got to hit a gem out of here.
Sounded good. If it gets there, it's on a great line. Well, it's well short. Now it's starting back down the hill.
Yeah, watch this gather speed.
40 may have been an underestimation.
Yeah, that's.
Now you're just holding your breath, hoping it stops. Very, very nice.
And that is it. A full point again. Second straight full point following Joe Long. Matty Lamb goes to 3-1 at this Walker Cup with an impressive win over one of the highest ranked players on the U.S. side, Davis Thompson. 2-up win. So now Great Britain and Ireland within 4.
Quade Cummins has this for par to tie the hole, remain 1 up. So they got rid of the mustache, Dan. Looks like a new putter, too. Had a black putter earlier in the week. Changing it all up here Sunday afternoon.
Half for threes.
Yeah, he lost his singles match yesterday, so he had this is the par. 5-15 Cummins for birdie. Was working on a 2-up lead.
Yeah, Zing was right. Cummins had no angle there for his third.
A good opportunity for Barkley Brown in that bucket hat to win the hole.
After a very deft chip shot, keeping it under the hole.
And this is another one of those matches that they got to try to turn around.
Past to this point, and even if he makes this, Brown has 2.5 feet for 4 to win the hole, which we will see upcoming.
Back at 17, second shot for Quade Cummins. This looks rather challenging from a buried lie.
Horrible lie, and that's with Barkley Brown hitting a fantastic tee shot already.
Oh.
Very thin.
A lot of click in that, Bones. It's Barkley Brown. You heard Bones say that he had a beautiful tee shot. This for birdie.
Gotta hit a good one.
Taking it up the left edge. Needs some help from the wind to avoid the sand.
He's going to be in it, or maybe in the grass.
Wow, that ball appears to be on the grass between the bunkers.
Oh, that's a miracle.
Man. Cummins now hitting a rifle shot very low. Needs to cut just a little bit more to be perfect, and does.
Yeah, that was a peeler along the left edge of those dunes, Bones.
Clutch.
With that birdie there. And here's Cummins after a beautiful drive, coming up with a second at 18.
Barkley Brown opened the door.
Yes, he did.
Overhead. Nice contact. This is gorgeous.
Just bleeding it down. Wow, he almost made it. Oh, my goodness.
You know, I got to take my hat
Bones.
off and tip it to that young man. That was
take your
fantastic.
bucket hat off and tip it.
That was a big putt.
Cummins just a couple of putts away here from winning the hole.
Unbelievably fast here.
I mean, we've seen a couple guys up here, Bones, already, and it's been tough to nurse it down there. Gimme.
And that's tripped it off just a little bit, but that's a good effort. Collegiate win in the spring. And looking to get this down safely for bogey 5. And watch Quade Cummins, 25-year-old, mid-amateur in his own right, even though he's still at Oklahoma. Wanted to stay at Oklahoma so he'd have a chance to play in the Walker Cup. And that is a heck of a 4 at 18 to win the hole and get the half point for the United States. And now they're just 2 points away from retaining the cup. Back at this par 5. And that burns the left edge. So John Murphy survives that one.
A couple of birdie putts upcoming here at the par 4. This is Ricky Castillo, 2 up in his match against John Murphy. He's been perfect so far this week.
I wouldn't want to get hit by that fist pump.
This for Murphy to extend it.
Got to make it.
Yeah. A couple of great threes there.
Two clubs less, going with 7. This is getting chewed up and will miss short and right.
Yep, so advantage Murphy there at the 17th.
Wilson has to be a little frustrated at this point, but things look good for the USA.
Here's Castillo with his second at 17. A long bunker shot. The Philippines to Hawaii. Back in the 40s and just can't quite put Mr. Murphy away. Thank here for the redshirt senior at Louisville, John Murphy from Ireland. Oh,
What a shock.
that is a shock. And Ricky Castillo has put the Americans on the cusp of winning the cup again. 2-1 for Ricky Castillo, and he indeed is a perfect 4-0 at this Walker Cup.
Pressure and the momentum and the players knowing where they stand.
Well, I think you're right, Zinger, but the caddies know exactly where they stand.
Cole Hammer coming up here to the par 5 9th with his 3rd, working on a 2-up lead, and that is a beautiful touch. That'll be a conceded birdie for Hammer. This is Cole Hammer, 2 up on Ben Schmidt.
Cole Hammer's had big leads in all of his matches, and he's been challenged and taken back to the limit in all those matches. He got off to a big start here.
Cole Hammer for birdie at 11 to win the hole. He is just trying to close the deal again, Zing. It's
A
hard to say.
lot like Augusta in that regard.
13.
Cole Hammer for par to win the hole, go 3 up in this match. So he's firmly in control against Ben Schmidt.
14th with the birdie against Cole Hammer. So he stays 3 down.
The right part of the green here went into the far side bunker, played to this point, now trying to just salvage any chance of staying in this match. There it is.
That is off. And the United States off a powerful Sunday singles lineup. Cole Hammer with a 4-3 victory over Schmidt. 5th straight victory on home soil.
Good job. That was it right there. That was it.
Hammer with a nice hug there of Pearson Coody, who did his part. It was a talented U.S. squad. Zinger, you felt that it was inevitable.
Just isn't up to par. Mao stepped in, heeded the advice of go play great. That is what Mao did. Oh, missed one there. But really a big week for the Pepperdine sophomores. Played well. Go 2 up in this match. There he is, the University of Minnesota senior up to the challenge.
Grab a 1-up lead, and there's been all of 6 straight tied holes to start this second 9 before. This was a moment ago. William Mao's tee shot at the 18th. 1 down to Angus Flanagan.
That should be fine.
Good shot. Thank you.
Then a point to start the session. And again, the 13-point total, but they want to win the match, and that means get 13.5 points, as Buddy Marucci was alluding to. That's the goal of any team.
But, you know, Dan, I kept saying to you, I think, that I didn't see any pushovers on that GB&I team.
This is a par attempt for Flanagan. Mao has a birdie attempt left.
Oh, Flanagan.
Wow! Angus Flanagan with a miraculous 4. My goodness. He's shaking his head. I didn't see that coming.
How's he a senior in college? He looks so young. What a player he is.
So,
right now, William Mao has just got to hold this, and that would be the clinching point. That would be the victory. Half point.
gave it a good try, but it's a 4 by Flanagan, who puts the match away, and William Mao. Angus Flanagan with a pretty good week for GB&I. 2-1-1 is his record.
Crazy, you still got another 4 years left in college.
Mao falls to 2-2. Stuart Hagestad, a 30-year-old mid-am, 4 par, has not been the kind of week that Stuart was hoping for, Zing. He just hasn't had his usual stellar game.
Yeah, his putters betrayed him a few times here the last couple days.
Ben Jones for par to win the hole on Hagestad and crank the lead up to 2 up.
For par to tie the hole against Stuart Hagestad.
Back to that in a moment. In the meantime, Hagestad at 11 for par to win the hole. So finally some bright spots for the 30-year-old mid-am in his 3rd straight Walker Cup, taking a 2-up lead over Jones in the anchor match. Meantime, Hagestad at 12.
This is to win his 4th consecutive hole and go 3 up in the match against Ben Jones. Jones won the 1st and 2nd to get a quick 2-up lead. How about Stuart Hagestad hanging in there?
He was in the left bunker off the tee, hole high left, and hit a tremendous bunker shot to right here. So just a 2-footer to win another hole.
This might guarantee a half a point as well, I think. Maybe not. 4 up, 5 to go.
There's a reason that 30-year-old playing in his 3rd Walker Cup match is in that anchor spot for Captain Nathaniel Crosby, the 5th consecutive winning hole.
For Hagestad's 2nd, Kurt.
With the 3-wood out of the bunker, pretty aggressive play.
Come on, Kurt, he can't do this, can he?
Oh, it's the
That would be no.
It's going to get away with it, though, right?
Yeah, he stayed out of the water. He'll be a long way from the hole.
All right, now the 3rd for Hagestad.
182 back into this wind that's been steadily out of the southeast all day long. This is headed left. He's doing everything he can to lose this hole.
Front of the green at the par 5 15th for Eagle. Looks like he's going to move this match to the next hole.
That is not very good from there. That was really straightforward.
Back for the 4th shot for Hagestad, Kurt, at 15.
Yeah, it's on an uphill lie. Maybe a chance to get this ball close. Just not quite enough room to work with there.
So he's got that left for par. His opponent in there for birdie. I'm Seminole Golf Club member Sam Reeves taking in the action.
We need Larry back in Arizona for one more year.
Okay, Kurt, you tell him that.
Hagestad for par.
Yeah! Wow. Never say never. That's the biggest fist pump for a par at a par 5, I think, maybe in Hagestad's career. Pressure on Jones to extend it with his birdie attempt.
And he did it. Off to the 16th hole.
Yep.
He kind of hit a cut up against the wind, and this is going to struggle to get out of the sandy area.
Oh, he made it. He's right of it. And that's actually a fantastic leave.
On Wednesday, and it dried right back out. I love the way this golf course is playing. This is going directly at the green. If it gets over everything, maybe front bunker.
Didn't quite make it. It's on an upslope, though.
What a shot.
Hagestad saving his best for last here, Burko.
Two down through two down through five, won the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th holes to go 4 up, 2 putts to seal it for the U.S. Hagestad does it in style.
States of America wins the match 4-2.
That 4-2 win for Stuart Hagestad. Clinches the Walker Cup for the United States of America. Americans looking good over at 12. Jack Dyer, his second.
This is a tough one. It's a tight fit over there. That flag on the left-hand side. Oh,
go in.
My. Oh, what a shot.
Tyler Strafacci at 12's got to make this his third. We saw Jack Dyer hit it into just a couple of inches. So the U.S. amateur champ from a year ago is going to fall 1 down against Dyer. Oh, just like that, now 2 up over Tyler Strafacci.
This is Jack Dyer for Eagle at the par 5 14th. He's 2 up on Tyler Strafacci, the reigning U.S. amateur champion, just trickling it down there. And so a birdie conceded to Jack Dyer. Strafacci in there tight for birdie, trying to cut into this lead. And that should be a concession there.
Boy, it meant so much to him to come out here this week and compete. So great to see him out here this afternoon.
Tyler Strafacci, 2 down.
6-iron here as the wind lays down just a touch. Riding that left-right wind, this will miss the green. Beautifully flighted, drawn back against the left-to-right wind, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And the wind that's laid down creates a situation for him where that 5-iron is just a little too much, it appears.
But he's one of the best amateurs to ever play the game. Dyer trying it again. He got it there this time.
Yeah, he needed to do that the first time, but even that thing's never. When's it going to stop?
Is it going to stop?
Wind again now picking up. We've seen this putt a lot this week, and certainly today this will move right at the hole.
And that circles the back, but it'll be fine. And Strafacci now 1 down with 1 to play. So now Jack Dyer, and that is a low hook to the left.
And these GB and I players don't like the looks of this tee shot. They don't like the feel of that left to right wind.
And Strafacci.
From 188 back into the wind, Dyer had to play out sideways after driving it into the sea daisies. Well struck, but lost to the right.
Yep, he's run out of gas. There's no doubt about that. You can tell when a guy starts losing all those iron shots to the right like he has the last few holes.
Seminole. Strafacci here now. Wow.
Well, you see what he tried to do there? He tried to put as much spin on that shot as is humanly possible.
Win this hole.
Well, he gave it up so much speed. He's got to do the same thing if he wants to get this close. Let's see if he tries it.
Well played.
Oh, man! Strafacci nearly holed it after that previous shot. He was injured, and he was named to the team late. Sandy Scott was one of the best players that was going to compete for Great Britain and Ireland. Look at this speed by Dyer to put it away at the last.
Yep, Jack Dyer, he really came through, didn't he, Dan?
Yes, he did.
You get called on to replace the best player on your team. That's pressure.